Well. So, remember we talked about this before. You know, when the mainstream media started making fun of Disney, you knew that they were really going down the wrong road. You knew they were making trash content. Okay, so you got um, you got South Park. All right, put a chicken and make an aiming game, and you got who was it? Was it Variety? Was the article by Variety? Or was it another one by Forbes? I can't remember. Then so another mainstream came out. I think it was Variety. So I think it was Variety. If not, it was Forbes before. And then Rolling Stone put out the the review and trashed it. And then they took it down. Some people were saying it was because of the, I forgot what you call it. You know, when you can't talk about it until a certain date. And now we have another major outlet. Okay? So, Forbes. The critics must be crazy. Oh, Forbes knows. They're paid. Shills. By the way, someone sent me a video of somebody ranting the other day. I am now 100% convinced that this critic is a coward, a spineless beta male shill. I am absolutely convinced. Without a shadow of a doubt, this dude is a paid, spineless shill. Like, oh my God. So anyway, the critics must be crazy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This time, it's Star Wars, The Acolyte, that has aroused the profoundly odd sensibilities of the professional media class and broken aggregation system that is Rotten Tomatoes. The latest show from the House of Mouse is fine at best, but you wouldn't know it perusing the internet. Behold! And he shows the picture of it's there on the screen. So, of the score. Yes, the Rotten Tomatoes score. Now, I saw a video earlier today that said it was at 26%. That shows it at 39%. So, you know, I guess we'll just have to say, I'll just have to go over there and check it in a little bit. That's a wide divide. There are many reasons for it. We'll get there momentarily. Seriously, it was a long time ago, 100 years before the rise of the Empire, the Acolyte takes place in the High Republic's final days, just before the long era of peace and prosperity came crashing down into turmoil, and strife, at least partly thanks to the arrogance of the Jedi Order itself, partly too thanks to a mysterious new villain who we can only hope turns out to be Darth Plagueis. It's a cool idea for a new Star Wars setting that before now we've only seen in games, comics, and books. We've been stuck in the Skywalker era for so long. Even a show like Andor, which has no Jedi and never mentions the Force or Luke Skywalker, still takes place within the years of the Imperial rise and fall. It's a breath of fresh air to see a Star Wars show actually branch out. Unfortunately, the Acolyte retains many of the franchise's worst habits and does next to nothing with the new setting that makes it actually feel new. This could be 2 years before the prequel trilogy, and nobody would be the wiser. I'll tell you this. Listen, if they were making great content, it really wouldn't matter when it was placed. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm tired of being in this 60 years I'm tired of the Skywalker. If they were making really good entertainment, no one would care. but it makes people more nitpicky. So it's like that in relationships or with a friend of yours when they're getting on your nerves. You don't just have one bone to pick about. It's this other little thing that's nagging or this other stupid thing that they do. Same thing with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's the same thing. And that's how the fans are. They're in this relationship, this tumultuous relationship where you're seeing the person you love spiral down and it's bothering you and it's irritating you and you're giving them all the advice that you can and you're still seeing them fail over and over and over and over and over again. And they're wearing this tinfoil hat thinking that what they're doing is correct and it's not. And it's destroying them. And so now you're like, you know what? I wasn't going to say nothing about this, but you know what? This too. And this, when you do this, this too. And this, and this, and this. And I'm telling you because I'm your friend. That's how it is with Disney and the rest of entertainment right now. I wrote a review covering the first 2 episodes of the show before I watched the next 2. You can read right here. I'll catch you up on the story without too many spoilers. I was tentatively optimistic after the first 2 episodes. Really? You're more crazy than me! Hey, bats. Oh, I've become decidedly less so after 4. Quite frankly, even if the final 4 episodes of the season turn out to be fantastic, the first 4 will hold it back from greatness. And how often does the series get that much better in the second half? Disney and its show creators have billed this series as a darker delve into Star Wars. Critics have echoed its sentiment, calling it a show that makes bold choices. Inverse says The Acolyte is an experimental, galvanizing standalone story that establishes a new caliber of what Star Wars can do. Galvanizing. New caliber. Gosh, we must be watching different shows. Elsewhere, we get such quotes as The Acolyte presents in his first few episodes a dashing adventure of mystery, action, impressive fight sequences, and a cat and mouse game that keeps you intrigued from one episode to the next. Oh, next one. Showrunner Leslie Headland, best known as the co-creator of the Netflix series Russian Doll, breathes new life into the new Star Wars universe with The Acolyte. Next one. Leslie Headland has created one of the best Star Wars series to date, making it a character-driven revenge story for one relying on copious action scenes, lightsaber battles, or legacy characters to drive this series. They're slathering it on so thick, you know they're lying. That's the bad part about it. Again, I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe reading these. I'm done with this. I'm done with the article. You guys can read the rest. I'm done. That's all. Yes, we are in an alternate universe. It feels that way with everything that's been going on with entertainment and politics and just everything. It's insanity. I don't understand it. Oh my God. It's Forbes article. The critics must be crazy. The Acolyte is just another mediocre Star Wars show. Go look it up and read the rest. 10 million subscribers.